Good evening, everyone. Welcome to part 2, as promised, of the Scholastic 2013 Book of World Records. I've been looking forward to recording this ever since I finished part 1. And I'm especially excited because I have something special that we're going to be using tonight to enhance the tingles. I hope. It's my stylus, which I recently realized is fantastic for tracing. It makes really good sounds on the paper. So we have a lot to get through tonight. It's going to be a nice long video that you can fall asleep to. And maybe catch a few interesting facts along the way. Okay, let's dive right in. So tonight we'll be going over world records that are centered around the United States, and there's going to be one world record for each state in the year 2013. Try my best to get everything in the shot there. Okay. State with the oldest Mardi Gras celebration: Alabama. People in Mobile, Alabama have been celebrating Mardi Gras since 1703, although they did not have an official parade event until 1831. After a brief hiatus during the Civil War, the celebration started back up in 1866 and have been growing ever since. Today, some 100,000 people gather in Mobile to enjoy the 40 parades that take place during the 2 weeks that lead up to Mardi Gras. On the biggest day, that Tuesday, 6 parades wind through the downtown waterfront with floats and costumed dancers. But at the stroke of midnight, the partying stops and plans for the next year begin. Beautiful mask. Okay. Whoopsie. State with the largest national forest: Alaska. The Tongass National Forest covers approximately 16,800,000 acres. That's about the same size as West Virginia. It is also home to the world's largest temperate rainforest. Some of the forest's trees are more than 700 years old. About 11,000 miles of shoreline are inside the park. Some of the animals that live in the forest include bears, salmon, and wolves. The world's largest group of bald eagles also spend the fall and winter here on the Chilcot River. These are the old trees. Okay. State with the largest collection of telescopes. Arizona. The Kitt Peak National Observatory is home to 26 different telescopes, 24 optical telescopes, and 2 radio telescopes. Located above the Sonora Desert, the site was chosen to house the collection of equipment because of its clear weather, low relative humidity, and steady atmosphere. 8 different astronomical research institutions maintain and operate the telescopes. The observatory is overseen by the National Optical Astronomy Observatories. One of the most prominent telescopes at Kitt Peak is the McMath-Pierce Solar Telescope, the second largest solar telescope in the world. Fascinating. State that grows the most rice. Arkansas. Farmers in Arkansas produce 3.9 million tons of rice in 2011, which was more than 42% of all rice grown in the country. With that harvest, farmers could give every person in the United States 36 pounds of rice and still have a little left over. There are more than 1.19 million acres of rice planted across the state. Agriculture is a very important part of Arkansas's economy, employing more than 287,000 workers, or about 20% of the state's workforce. These are the rice crops. State with the most pro sports teams. California. With 19 professional teams across the state, California leads the nation in sports franchises. The state's 5 baseball teams include the LA Angels, the LA Dodgers, the San Diego Padres, the Oakland A's, and the San Francisco Giants. California also has 5 basketball teams, including the NBA's LA Lakers, LA Clippers, Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors, and the WNBA's LA Sparks. The Anaheim Ducks, the LA Kings, and the San Jose Sharks are the hockey teams that call the state home. The NFL is represented in California by the Oakland Raiders, San Francisco 49ers, and the San Diego Chargers. Finally, the state soccer teams include the San Jose Earthquakes, the LA Galaxy, and the Chivas USA. Well, this page just about put me to sleep. Next. State with the tallest sand dunes. Colorado. Star Dune, located at the Great Sand Dunes National Park near Mosca, Colorado, is 750 feet tall. That's almost 5 times taller than the Statue of Liberty. The park's dunes were formed from sand left behind by evaporated lakes. Wind picked up the sand and funneled it through the surrounding mountains until it collected in the low-lying region. Visitors to the park are allowed to ski, sled, or slide down the giant dunes. That sounds fun. This works best after a light rain. Many animals also call this park home, including pika, marmots, black bears, and mountain lions. I love marmots, they're so cute. State with the oldest amusement park, Connecticut. Oh, it's wooden. It's wooden. Lake Compounce in Bristol, Connecticut, first opened as a picnic park in 1846. The park's first electric roller coaster, the Green Dragon, was introduced in 1914 and cost 10 cents per ride. It was replaced by the Wildcat in 1927, and the wooden coaster still operates today. In 1996, the park got a $50 million upgrade, which included the thrilling new coaster, Boulder Dash. It is the only coaster to be built into a mountainside. Oh, that is so cool. Another $3.3 million was spent on upgrades in 2005, including an 800-foot lazy river. I want to go on this ride. State with the largest pumpkin throwing contest. Pumpkin chuckin'. Delaware. Each year, approximately 20,000 people gather in Sussex County, Delaware, for the annual World Championship Pumpkin Chunkin'. More than 70 teams compete during the 3-day festival to see who can chuck the pumpkin the farthest. Each team constructs a machine that has a mechanical or compressed air firing device. No explosives are allowed. The farthest a pumpkin has traveled during the championship is 4,483.5 feet, or the length of 12 football fields. The 2010 competition grossed more than $100,000, and more than $70,000 of it was donated to local scholarship funds. The first pumpkin chucking competition was held in 1986. That is a lot of work to go through to chuck some pumpkins. State with the most lightning strikes, Florida. Southern Florida is known as the lightning capital of the United States, with 25.3 bolts occurring over each square mile, the equivalent of 10 city blocks each year. Some 70% of all strikes occur between noon and 6 p.m., and the most dangerous months are July and August. Most lightning bolts measure 2 to 3 miles long and can generate between 100 million and 1 billion volts of electricity. The air in a lightning bolt is heated to 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit. See, that was interesting one for me. One of the more interesting ones so far. You guys, I'm gonna have to skip some. My voice is not gonna make it. I just know it. I just know it. I'll read maybe every other one, maybe every third one. But I will read the record and the state. State with the largest sports hall of fame. Georgia. Oops. And I'll still trace. State with the world's largest sub-millimeter wavelength telescope. That's interesting. Hawaii. Wow. I would love to use that thing. State with the largest human-made geyser. I didn't know there were human-made geysers. Ohio. Oh, so like it happened by accident. Like they were drilling into the ground to find a warm water source, and they accidentally created this. I see. I was so confused. State with the tallest building. Illinois. Wow. The Willis Tower in Chicago, Illinois, is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. 1,451 feet tall. It's the 9th tallest building in the world. Can you imagine being on the top floor of that? Maybe you have. That would be so cool. State with the largest half marathon. Indiana. I'm sorry, but that's boring. Like, really boring. Oh, eggs. This is interesting. State with the highest egg production. Iowa. Want to trace some eggs. Okay. State with the windiest city. Kansas. Okay. What's the windiest city? Dodge City. Dodge City, Dodge City, Dodge City. State with the most popular horse race. Kentucky. Okay, I think I could have guessed that. It's the Kentucky Derby. State with the largest alligator population, Louisiana. There are approximately 2 million alligators living in Louisiana. That's kind of funny. That's a lot of alligators. Gator crossing, next half mile. Please be mindful of the gators crossing. Thank you. State with the oldest state fair. Maine. The first Skowhegan State Fair took place in 1819, a year before Maine officially became a state. The fair took place in January, and hundreds of people came despite harsh weather. Originally sponsored by the Somerset Central Agricultural Society, the fair name became official in 1842. State fairs were very important in the 1800s. With no agricultural colleges in existence, fairs became the best way for farmers to learn about new agricultural methods and equipment. Today, the Skowhegan State Fair features more than 7,000 exhibitors who compete for prize money, totaling more than $200,000. The fair also includes a demolition derby, a children's barnyard, concerts, livestock exhibits, and arts and crafts. State with the oldest airport is Maryland. Oh, it was founded by the Wright brothers. That kind of makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah. That's cool. State with the oldest baseball stadium, Massachusetts. Oh, Fenway Park. Fenway Park. I know that name. Opened its doors to the Boston Red Sox. Yes. State with the largest stadium, Michigan. Michigan Stadium, also known as the Big House, is the home of the University of Michigan Wolverines. Oh, I like that name. Oh, this is interesting. State with the largest indoor amusement park, Minnesota. Oh, it's Nickelodeon Universe. That's cool. The Mall of America. Looks like it's got all kinds of rides. Interesting. State with the most catfish is Mississippi. It's not a very good picture. Let's just move on. State with the largest outdoor theater, Missouri. Wow, that is humongous. Move it so you can see it better. Look at that. How many people does it seat? 11,500. Wow. State with the largest bighorn sheep population? That's like really specific. Montana. Hello, sheep. Very aptly named. This bighorn sheep here. State with the world's largest indoor rainforest. Interesting. Nebraska. I did not know that indoor rainforests existed. So I guess it's like an exhibit. Got a waterfall. And it have, oh wow, it has the animals that are native to the rainforest that it's supposed to replicate, I guess. Wow. State with the largest glass sculpture, Nevada. Oh, that's it. That is so cool. Fiore di Como. The breathtaking chandelier at the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wow. It was made to look like a giant football field of flowers. Wow, I like this very much. I would love to see this in person. Wow. State with the oldest lottery, New Hampshire. Wow. New Hampshire was the first state to establish a legal lottery system. State with the world's longest boardwalk, in New Jersey. Yes, of course. The famous boardwalk in Atlantic City stretches for 4 miles. I haven't been there in forever. "60 feet wide for all the people." State with the world's largest balloon festival, New Mexico. Wow, I have a fantasy of like going in a hot air balloon. It seems so scary though, but so much fun. Like the most fun ever. State with the longest underwater tunnel, New York. The Brooklyn Battery Tunnel in New York measures 1.73 miles long, making it the longest underwater tunnel in North America. Oh wow. And the longest continuous underwater vehicular tunnel in the world. I didn't realize that. state that grows the most sweet potatoes is North Carolina. Thank you, North Carolina, because I love sweet potatoes. And I have some in my kitchen right now. State with the tallest metal sculpture, North Dakota. It's called Geese in Flight. And shows Canada geese traveling across the prairie. Interesting. State with the world's largest twins gathering, Ohio. Oh wow, it's like a celebration of twins. See that? Oh wow, look at all the twins. That is pretty cool. All the twins are dressed alike. Okay. State with the world's longest multiple arch dam, Oklahoma. (6,565 feet long). The Pensacola Dam. It's a cool picture. State with the deepest lake, Oregon. Sorry, I'm trying to keep a balance here. We can see. Okay. Crater Lake in southern Oregon partially fills the remains of an old volcanic basin. That's so cool. State with the oldest operating drive-in theater. Oh my gosh. What if it's not open anymore? This was from 2013 and I want to go to it. Pennsylvania. Shankweiler's Drive-In Theater. It opened in 1934. I want to go to it. I don't know of any like around me, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't think there's any closer by. Shankweiler's Theater. Have you ever been to a drive-in theater? I have a couple times when I was really little, but I would love to as an adult. State with the oldest temple, Rhode Island. Wow. The Touro Synagogue was dedicated during Hanukkah in December 1763 and is the oldest temple in the U.S. It looks so just very stately. Pretty. State with the oldest museum, South Carolina. the Charleston Museum in Charleston, South Carolina. It was founded in 1773. It was founded to preserve the culture and history of the southern town and the surrounding area. It's pretty cool. I love historical museums. State with the largest petrified wood collection. South Dakota. Lemon's Petrified Wood Park in South Dakota is home to 30 acres of petrified wood. What? I want to go to there. That looks so cool. Looks like the Disneyland castle, but like petrified wood. State with the world's largest freshwater aquarium, Tennessee. The Tennessee Aquarium in Chattanooga is an impressive 130,000 square feet. That is pretty large, all right. State with the biggest Ferris wheel, Texas. Let's see how tall it is. It's called the Texas Star, and it's 202 feet tall. That's really big. That's kind of scary. Can you see that? I think I would be kind of scared. I would get on it though. I would. Okay. State with the largest dinosaur collection. Utah. The Museum of Ancient Life at the Thanksgiving Point Institute in Lee, Utah has the largest dinosaur collection in the country, with 60 complete skeletons on display. Guests are even invited to touch some of the real fossils, bones, and eggs. That is amazing. I want to go to there too. State that produces the most maple syrup, Vermont. Love maple syrup. State with the largest office building, Virginia. The Pentagon Building. The Pentagon. State with the largest train tunnel, Washington. The Cascade Tunnel runs through the Cascade Mountains in central Washington and measures 7.8 miles long. State with the longest steel arch bridge. West Virginia. The New River Gorge Bridge in Fayetteville, West Virginia. That's such a cool picture. Like, wow. It's just like, state with the largest water park, Wisconsin. It's called Noah's Ark. State with the largest outdoor rodeo, Wyoming. It's called Cheyenne Frontier Days in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Not really even sure what all happens at a rodeo. I don't like whatever's happening here. I got too into it. I did not realize we were at the end. That's okay. Ignore that. Okay, everybody. Okay, everyone. So that was part 2. And I think that's going to be it for this book. I think we got the most interesting stuff out of it. There's a large chunk of this book that's like all about sports. And I don't think I can do that because if I start reading about sports, I might fall asleep while I'm recording. But I really did enjoy this book, and I'm kind of craving more nostalgia. So I did start looking around, see if I can get my hands on another one of these. An older one, of course. And I think chances are good that if you enjoyed this, you can be sure to look forward to another one of these sometime in the future. Give you some nice tapping. To end us off, because I don't know how well I did with the reading. But I know these taps are good. Okay, guys. This has been a great way to end my night. I hope that it was relaxing and enjoyable for you. shall bid you adieu. Until I see you again very soon in the next video.